Hey everybody, Scott from Hexile Gaming here with a deck spotlight, this time Emerald Sapphire. This one's called Emerald City Blues. We've got early questing power from Flynn Rider and Cursed Merfolk. We've got some disruption from Ursula, getting rid of some of those troublesome songs. Kit Cloudkicker, getting rid of shift targets. Then we've got Mickey Mouse, Grandma Tala, and Fishbone Quill for ramping. We've got Flabersham, Popsicle for card draw, and then later in the game we've got Cogsworth for protection, Genie for more bouncing, and a potential Tamatoa, and also some McDuck Manor for additional lore pressure. Let's see how it works out. All right, game one against Blue Steel. Anytime I see Steel, I'm looking for that Ursula. I'm also valuing Kit Cloudkicker for kicking back those one-drop Robin Hoods. So you can see here, I'm thinking about putting the one-drop Flynn down. I do like that 3 health body for enduring Let the Storm Rage On. Opponent goes Develop Your Brain. All right, we're at 2, so we're going to put out this Ursula, take a peek at that hand, see a whole bunch of Fire the Cannons, get rid of that one jump ahead to slow down the ramp. Enjoy the quest. Mr. Shmee into the ink. And there's that Robin Hood. Looking at my Kit Cloudkicker. Get rid of that, let it go. And let Robin Hood go back to hand. Thank you, Kit. Look at that. Turn 3. We're the only one with anything on the board. Opponent's going to put Hiram into the ink. Either they have another one or they're giving up on that draw engine. Fire the Cannons, gets rid of our Kit Cloudkicker, and we're going to put out a McDuck Manor because our opponent doesn't have anything to do. We didn't see any Zeus's in hand, so that should get us a good bit of lore. Here comes Big Robin Hood, getting rid of our Flynn, getting 2 lore off of that. We're going to draw with Popsicle. I'm going to wonder why I can't put my Hiram out, because I don't have the ink. There we go. Hiram comes out. We get the draw. Might as well turn Ursula sideways. Let the Robin Hood crash into us, lose some health. It's going to get 2 lore either way. Meanwhile, our McDuck Manor is continuing to work. I'm going to put that Judy out there, get rid of their Fishbone Quill, slow down that ramp even more. Got a 2/3 body out there, a quest for 2, so that helps as well. Get rid of that Grandma Tala and flood the board. Now, I am vulnerable to a Grab Your Swords. See if our opponent has that. Tinkerbell into the ink. Now they've got 6. There's a Tinkerbell. Gets rid of our Cursed Merfolk. And Flabersham, thanks to Robin Hood. Ooh, and there's our Let It Go. Gonna hard cast, put that Tinkerbell into the ink. Look at that. McDuck Manor all day. Opponent could go to 8. There's the Grab Your Swords, getting rid of our characters. And look at that, top deck for the win. They cannot answer. Double McDuck Manor, and we are on to the next game. We're against green-purple. So probably going to see some Cursed Merfolk, maybe some more disruption like ours, and then control from the purple potentially. Thinking about Flynn versus Merfolk. If my opponent is going Foxes, then maybe the discard from Merfolk is more meaningful than the 1/3 body of Flynn. Look at that. A fellow Merfolk appreciator. We're going to take a look at that hand, and what do we see? Foxes. We see Queen's Castle, Flynn's, a potential singing Deceiver of all Ursula. Back to the opponent. Questing with their Merfolk potentially bouncing. Well, they can't get to the Fox yet, so they put out their own Flynn. Getting rid of that Tamatoa. And bounce that bounce that Flynn back to hand. So it stops them from questing with it without suffering the effect of discarding, which is nice. Quest with the Merfolk. Now they can bring out their Fox and get rid of our Ursula without suffering any ill effects. And I'm thinking ramp. Go to 3. Yeah, ramp with the Popsicle. Draw with Popsicle first, just in case that changes the strategy. Sacrifice one of ours to get rid of that Fox. Here's Merfolk and Flynn. What do we got in hand? We've got Hiram and a Popsicle. That feels good. Draw 2. Play another Popsicle. Late game's looking good. We've got a Cogsworth who can sing that Let It Go, so continually disrupting potential. Got another Merfolk out there. We're not versus Steel, so don't have to worry about Tinkerbells and grab your swords. My opponent smashes those followers into my Merfolk to slow me down. They do have Queen's Castle out there right now, and they do move Flynn into it. So I'm feeling good. Feels like I've got a decent amount of control. We've got card draw. Cogsworth is out there. I'm trying to do some math. Doing it poorly. I could have taken out a Merfolk. I'll flood the board. Opponent at 6 potentially. Looking at those lore values, strike a good match. Looking for something. Merfolk, Flynn, Kit Cloud Kicker. Gonna disrupt me this time. Slow me down. Uh-oh. Chernobog's follower, are they gonna use their ability? No. Not interested in the card draw. Want the bodies. Alright, well. Can only get to 19. Thinking about using Genie to bounce Flynn back to hand. Gonna send our Flynn into their Merfolk and discard these Judy. Thinking about singing Let It Go to slow him down even further, or do we quest? Get to 18. Our opponent at 17. But have I made a critical error? Have I forgotten about GOAT? Yes, I have. Let this be a lesson to us all. There it is. Close game. Good one. On to the next one. Against Steel Song. Now, I had actually just played this opponent, and I lost. Of course, I did not record my shame. Here's the rematch. Will I lose again? Let's find out. Cursed Merfolk going down. I don't generally love that versus Steel. Here's Cinderella, who can sing Let the Storm Rage On and get rid of my Merfolk. Get rid of a Popsicle. Doesn't feel great. Take a look at that hand with Ursula. I'm seeing Bare Necessities. I'm seeing Strength of Raging Fire. Get rid of one strength, but another remains. Also Bare Necessities, which could get rid of our McDuck Manners. And there's Strength of Raging Fire doing 1 damage to our Merfolk, which is all they needed. Simba, draw 1, discard 1. Gets rid of a Zeus. Put a Popsicle down. Grab another Ursula. Am I going to do it again? No, I'm not. Big Queen into the ink. Here comes a Ariel. Draws a Bare Necessities. Gonna sing Storm Rage On. Yep. Goodbye, Ursula. There's a Judy. We're up to 4 now. play the McDuck Manor, thinking there's no Zeus. It's going to take them a while to get rid of that. Ariel does not draw anything that time. Bare Necessities goes into the ink. McDuck Manor getting us some lore. Cogsworth goes out, which I'm valuing because of the ward. We won't be able to be targeted. We can get hit by things like grab your swords, though. My opponent sending everything into that McDuck Manor. Put out that Popsicle, see what we can draw, find a Tamatoa, put away a Tamatoa, double Cogsworth. Would it have been better to look at that hand and get rid of a song? I don't know. I just love the double ward and each giving the other resist. Can I catch back up? That is a wide board. They've caught up with us. Let's find out. I've got 6, so I can play both of these. Kit Cloud Kicker, gonna kick Cinderella back to hand. Ursula, take a look at that hand. Are there any songs? Yes, Strength of a Raging Fire, Get Out. We know they got a Cinderella in hand. Maybe? Maybe? So they had a Cinderella. What did they draw into? Cinderella into the ink. And a whole new world. Sung it with Ariel. So they've still got 6 ink to play with. Robin Hood into 1 Cogsworth. I'm looking at my hand, seeing another Cogsworth. I'd love to have the triple Cog. My opponent going to try not let me do that. Here comes another big Robin Hood. They do take out a Cogsworth. They'll get 2 lore from that. Got 3 lore to play with. Here comes a Benja, getting rid of one of my Popsicles. Very rude. And they get up to 9. Don't be clouded by the double Cogs. Nope, I am. Sing, Let It Go. Get rid of 1 Robin Hood. The other has 4 damage remaining, so can't get rid of that one. Decide to get rid of an Ariel. Kit gets rid of the Simba. I'm going to send a Grandma Tala back and play this aggro Flynn. Quest for 2, and now it's got resist. I do have 1 Cogsworth turn sideways. Can my opponent regain control? Tied up in the lore, tied up in ink. But I've got a better looking board. Double ward, double resist. Simba, they're searching for something. Whole new world goes away. Rapunzel, healing the 2 damage on Robin Hood and drawing 2. There's Pride Lands. That's going to put a timer on things. I don't have removal for stuff like that. I do have Kit Cloud Kicker, though. Let's slow him down a little bit. I'm looking at that number. That's scary. Kit Cloud Kicker. I'm going to send that Rapunzel back since it quests for 2. Fishbone Quill goes away. And I'm going to dig for Let It Go. Don't find it. So now I've got to fight my way out. I've got to get him down below 6. So I send Ursula and Kit into Benja. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Get up to 15. Put down another Flynn. And that's a real wide board. This is going to be close. What can they do? I'm going to quest with everything, and I'm getting nervous. What do they have up their sleeve? Whole new world. And there we have it. Very close. 19 to 20. What a way to close this video out. But there it is. I will include the deck list in the description below. Let me know what you think. What would you change? How would you make it better? But that's it for this one. On behalf of Hexile Gaming, this is Scott. See you next time.